Have you ever heard about the apostleship of the sea? It really exists in the church internationally, and we have a location here in Baltimore. Its goal is to tend to the needs of Catholic seafarers, as well as those of other faiths, who work on ships, anything from freighters to cruise lines. And if you think about it, most of these workers are young. They are far from home and family for months at a time. And very often the conditions in which they're working are difficult or perhaps even dangerous. Today, there are again hazards like piracy and terrorism for which they must be prepared. Certainly there is a need for the church to be present to these workers, as to all workers, and to minister to these members of our church. Here in the Archdiocese of Baltimore, a significant sized port along the east coast of the United States, this ministry was begun by Cardinal William Keeler when he was Archbishop, and it has been under the direction of Monsignor John Fitzgerald. The Monsignor and lay volunteers visit ships, and when they're able, they also bring crews from those ships to stores, to doctors, and sometimes to their center to be able to use computers and other facilities which they have there. Certainly, the volunteers are needed for the ship visits and for the center, which is across the street from St. Rita Church in Dundalk. But we've also found a way here at St. Clement's that we can help them by other means. Often people have religious goods they no longer need. They have religious magazines and so on that they have read. Very often we get booklets and rosaries and scapulars and medals and so many pieces of religious objects, even small statues, in mailings from various organizations. I know people always wonder, what can I do with these? Often they don't have a need for them themselves. So here at St. Clement Church, in our parish narthex, we have a box. And the box is marked for the apostleship of the sea. And pretty much every week some people are bringing in items which they place in the box. We collect all of these, we box them into larger boxes, and periodically they make their way to the apostleship of the sea center. You know, if we think about, isn't this a sign that each of us is called to share the faith? And it's a great way when we're able to share something that helps Catholic visitors to Baltimore and others who might be curious about the church to be evangelized, and to let them know that the Catholic Church cares about them and wants to be conscious that they are in some way strangers in our midst, but welcome visitors in our midst. The church cares about them, regardless of race or what land they came from, or even their religious denomination. So gather those items and bring them in here, or perhaps drop them off at the center yourself. Let's continue to reach out to others and help them know that the Catholic Church cares about them. This is Father Donald at St. Clement Church in Rosedale. May the Lord's peace be with you.